Oh, Lake Pend Oreille is just a wonderful, majestic place. It's anchored right underneath the Selkirk Mountains. Its waters are some of the purest in Idaho.
The lake and river is special to me because they're so unique. It's the largest lake in Idaho. It's the deepest lake. It has a history geologically that's just unprecedented.
The beauty of this environment, the mountains, the lakes, the clean air, the clean water, is what brought us here.
Back in 2005, the state of Idaho was awarded $12 million to combat Eurasian water milfoil. And while that might seem like there's good intentions there, part of that program was going to dump 250,000 pounds of 2,4-D into Lake Pend Oreille. And so what I saw at that time was a magnificent body of water under threat, and I also saw a community of people that were incredibly upset about it. You know, we had no organization here whose sole mission was to protect our water quality. And we have so much water here, it just made sense to start an organization that was dedicated solely to protecting Lake Pend Oreille and its watershed. Since the initial threat, our organization has blossomed. We've identified multiple threats around the lake. We've really broadened our vision of the work that needs to be done to actually protect the entire lake.
So the issues we're working on currently include invasive species, herbicide application to the lake to treat aquatic noxious plants, stormwater and wastewater issues, as well as fossil fuel by rail transport through our lakeside communities.
We spearheaded a program several years ago now to eliminate fluoride from our drinking water. We were very successful and became one of the first municipalities in the U.S. to have accomplished that goal. A couple of years ago, we partnered with the city of Sandpoint to create a safe zone for swimming at our city beaches.
One of the things that I think is most important, and it's hard for us to understand the value of clean water and a place that has an abundance of water like Lake Pend Oreille.
I fished the Shenandoah River where the fish that we caught had lesions in them. The Potomac River where the fish had dual sex characteristics. When I was in college, the Cuyahoga River, that was in the 60s, actually caught fire. That type of pollution didn't happen overnight. A lake like this size, once you find out there's a serious problem, it's going to be almost impossible to reverse the situation.
So I think that probably the most important service that Lake Pend Oreille Waterkeeper provides to the community right now is through our water quality monitoring program.
A monitoring system gives you a chance to see some small changes and trend those changes. And we could try to find also any of the point sources where it may be coming in.
The Waterkeeper mission really speaks to me and is incredibly important because as a biologist, the thing that I always struggled with most was how to affect change and how to use the skills that I have to create a really positive influence on my community. I feel really aligned with that mission, and I feel like part of the excitement of my job is to be able to see that mission alive in other people too.
I'm on the Waterkeeper board because I believe in the organization. I feel honored that I was asked to be on the board. I'm willing to spend my time to help the organization because it is so well founded.
The lake matters to me. It matters to everybody who comes and goes here. Without the lake, I don't have a job, and many other people I don't think have jobs either. And I think the science that comes from the Waterkeepers, I think the studies that they're doing, I think help us understand our lake better and better every year.
We work to educate the community about the issues that are impacting the lake through events and workshops. We find it really important to work with younger folks in our communities because they're going to be the generation that's going to be brought up to protect what we are working so hard to protect now and into the future. In the summer of 2014, we started the Watershed Discovery Camp, which is geared towards 5th through 7th grade campers. And we introduce our campers to a variety of water quality topics over the course of a week. We also work with students directly in the classroom. We have a wonderful lake model that was created for us by a hydrologist that actually works here on Lake Pend Oreille.
And we teach them all about food web dynamics and pollution and how it affects our lake. And it's really amazing to be able to share these concepts with students and see the light bulb go off and to know that you've really affected a student in a way that's going to allow them to be a lifelong steward of this water body that they love so much and that they've enjoyed with their families.
We have to have community support. We have to have people engaged in our organization on a volunteer basis and on a financial basis. We're a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We have a lot of great programming. Programming costs money.
I think in this community, it isn't just newcomers like us that have only been here a few years who value this. I think it's important to all of us. We can't depend on just the state always looking after it or the government.
When the community is concerned, then things can happen. If the community isn't concerned, our legislators won't be either.
My hope is that the work that we do here will have created a consciousness in our local community where everybody is a waterkeeper, where everybody is actually looking out for Lake Pend Oreille and its watershed and keeping an eye on things, and also just instilling the value of love of water, to really want to take care of it.